What if I told you that everything you thought you knew about the disappearance of William Tyrrell was wrong? I'm Dan Box, and I've been covering this investigation over the past decade. And in that time, you've seen that William's case remains unsolved. You've seen the police using tough, maybe even ruthless tactics in an attempt to solve it. And you've seen that sometimes the detectives got it horribly, horribly wrong. What you haven't seen is what happens to the people involved after. This is Bill Spedding, who wrongly became one of the most high-profile early suspects in William's disappearance. Early in the investigation, an anonymous caller falsely claimed that Bill had a history of sexually abusing children. His house was searched. The cops drained his septic tank in front of TV cameras. Police began tracking his movements. But maybe worse was the way Bill was pursued by the media. He was followed with cars, cameras, microphones, dozens of reporters chasing a soundbite from the man accused of committing the world's worst crime. I know, because I was one of them. And I remember the feeling at the time driving one of those cars. What we were doing was basically harassment. And that combined police and media pursuit of Bill Spedding ruined his reputation and his relationships. People cut him off or stared at him in the street. Bill moved house, and a new neighbour walked up and told him she didn't want him outside while her children were around.
I really would appreciate if you were never out the front if the children are around.
Oh, I'm going to cut the lawn.
You will not do it if you see children.
Ultimately, Bill Spedding was wrongly charged by police with child sex offences relating to several different children, not William. Outside the court, police handed out a written statement of their allegations against him to reporters. I know, because I was there. And in prison, police planted another man in Bill's cell and recorded their conversations. But the case against Bill Spedding collapsed. He was found not guilty, and Bill took the New South Wales police to court, arguing they used the prosecution of these alleged child sex offences to try to pressure him over the disappearance of William Tyrrell. The court later described this as the worst case of malicious prosecution in the history of New South Wales. Bill Spedding has always denied being involved in William's disappearance and has never been charged in relation to it. He's no longer seen as a person of interest to police, but he was wrongly labelled a paedophile. 10 years after William went missing, Bill still lives with the effects of that today. Our new podcast, Witness William Tyrrell, is a deep dive investigation into the disappearance of William Tyrrell, looking at this case in ways you've never